Yo, it is your boy Tay2 the Fresh. We here. I've watched some videos, sifted through some things, had some thoughts. But you know, I'm gonna put this in the rant category. But you see, my rants are more strategic. Like, I know what I'm going to talk about. It's just picking out those words. You don't always feel like doing that. And that's not the format that I strive to always give you on TAEFRESHTV. So what we gonna do, like I said, it's been some time. It's about time I say my piece about the first true gameplay footage about AEW Fight Forever. With the Adam Cole and Kenny Omega deal in there. I like it. I like what I saw. Everybody who's probably under the age of 20 is gonna cry about these graphics. I don't need it to be a masterpiece graphically. It's fine. Chill. Chill. And it's funny when you see all these comments that come out like, oh, the graphics like they came out in 2006. Ironically, that's the last time wrestling video games were actually good. So that's kind of a compliment. Anyway, graphically, I think it's fine. The gameplay, what we all looking for. I liked what I saw. This is TAEFRESH to you. My true, honest opinion. I like what I saw. And if it sucked, I would have told you it sucked because I played the best wrestling video games that come out in the 2000s and into the 90s and back and on, right? If it sucked, I would have told you it sucked. I wouldn't have liked to told you that, but I would have told you. But I liked what I saw from the gameplay. It was old school, it was throwback. WCW NWO Revenge, No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000, of that ilk, that Aki engine. It gave you those flashbacks. Except with a little twist with the signature moves, which is something that was taken from, the SmackDown games. So it's a little bit of mix. I like it. It gives you a lot of variety for your moves set, your finishers, your special moves, I should say, and your signature moves. What I did like is having all those slots for those particular points of moves, because it reminds me, and I will put a picture up, because I'm speaking on it right now, and I'll put the picture up, or video up, a video clip of that up right now, referencing Day of Reckoning series, the WrestleMania, the GameCube WWE games, where, this went to No Mercy as well, but more modernly, let's talk Day of Reckoning and games like that from the GameCube, where when you can get a special and you can do a special running at somebody, front grapple, back grapple, on the ground by the head, on the ground by the legs, on the ground on the side, a high flying special, a springboard special, corner special, turnbuckle special, I should say. So there's different ways. A rebound, Irish whip grapple special. Those are just hallmarks of those games, and I think to bring that back in this modern setting is cool, because it gives a lot of flexibility to, big moves in a match like that, signatures and finishers alike. So I think that it's cool how they did that. And I wouldn't even call these gripes. I would just say things I could point out right now while they're still, polishing this game up a bit. And they will be in the future. This game ain't coming out every year. The timing, the time scale of having a special. I don't know if that's dependent on whether you go back to your signature, or was having a special and that momentum was just that quick. I wish it was a little bit longer, because it seemed like in the Day of Reckoning games you get about 15 seconds. Maybe that's a bit too much sometimes, but it's like this one was more like 10, maybe 8 seconds. So if it is that short, it needs to be a little longer, in my honest opinion. It needs to be more around 15 seconds so you can get a few moves off. If you're going against various people, or if you want to hit one move, then hit the top rope and hit another. That's enough time to do both of those things. I think that's cool. But that's my opinion. Well, this whole video is my opinion, but I'm telling you what I saw. Another thing I would point out, I like the snap of the moves, especially when at that point of the video where Adam Cole hit like this back suplex on Kenny Omega, and it was like so swift and quick. It reminded me instantly of Def Jam Fight for New York. Definitely, 100%. It came straight out of that game. So I like the quick snap of moves. It looks like it was handcrafted. It wasn't mocap. I'm glad it wasn't mocap, because you can't safely replicate dangerous moves like that all the time. That's why the moves look so great in the Day of Reckoning games and the old SmackDown games, including Here Comes the Pain and on before that. You could do dangerous moves. You'll see them in the game, dangerous and cool looking moves, whether they finishers or not. That's why it looks so good. It was handcrafted or video captured, however they say. Or maybe it's a mixture of what they do now. I'm not completely sure, but that's why it looks so accurate. So that's why when Cole hit the boom, it looked like Adam Cole doing that move. It didn't look like it was a guy trying to be Adam Cole. That's what I always say about, I don't like mocap like that for wrestling, because you can't replicate another wrestler to a T like that. But if you got that actual, but you can get that preciseness down if you're just handcrafting or video capturing an event that already happened or a move that happened before. And you don't have to put the safety of another person, even though if they're doing stunt work or, if they're doing mocap, you don't have to put the safety of another person in jeopardy of doing these dangerous moves. They already do enough dangerous moves every week for our entertainment. Well, you ain't got to do that for us. Now, while I like the snap of the moves, I think they're a little bit too fast. Like 0.5 speed too fast. Like, how you click on the YouTube video and you click, 0.5, you can speed up to 1.5, 1.25 or whatever, right? If they slowed the moves down by 0.5, I think they would be perfect. That doesn't make them too slow. It just gives them the snap they need and at the speed they need to be. So I think the moves need to be taken down just a smidge on the speed, just a little bit. And it's another thing that referencing the GameCube games, the impact of the moves that are being hit. Like at the end of the video when Kenny Omega hits that second rope one-winged angel. There was no impact when he hit the move. It looked good. The move itself looked good. But the ring didn't have any kind of shake to it. These are two 200-pound men hitting the canvas with that kind of impact. The ring's got to shake to some degree. I want to see some effect to that cause, That's all I'm saying about that. I thought, the Aubrey motto of referee was fine. I thought that looked good. I like the 2.99 kick out joint. I'm literally coming off this stuff off the top of my head of what I saw in the video because I watched it several times. I like what I saw. Besides those things I pointed out, and these are just slight critiques. Just things I saw. But all in all, I like how the game is shaping up to look. And with some more polish, it's going to be even more on point. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I forgot in terms of the gameplay, but like I said, I like what I saw. If they just slow the moves down by 0.5, get some more impact on a lot of those moves to shake the ring, which I think they will. I think that's just more of they were focusing on how the moves are being hit right now. The game isn't completely polished yet. We don't know what the crowd's going to completely sound like, and I like the holy shit chant. That was cool. We don't know how the crowd's going to completely sound. AEW crowds are, they're pretty loud. Been to a show. Blood and guts. The crowd, noise, and I think maybe the movement of the ropes and the ring shaking when moves hit. I think that's stuff they're going to focus on probably around this time right now as they're finishing up what they're trying to do here. So I'm not going to give them too much grief for that. Because in the first little snippets we saw with the Darby and the Jungle Boy stuff, the crowd wasn't even moving. Because they weren't focusing on that right now. You know what I mean? They weren't focused on that. And now that they were, there might be other unfinished things you see. So I think the ring not shaking in certain instances on certain things, they weren't focusing on that yet. But the impact of the sound of the moves being hit, I remember Cole hit Omega with a back body drop off a rebound, off the ropes. And I heard the agony in his voice as he hit, and I heard the slap of the mat with his body hitting the mat. That was cool. I could hear that. At least I could hear that impact. And I think these SmackDown 2K games over the years, in comparison, kind of got away from those true sound effects. Like, I want things to matter when I do them. When I hit somebody with a weapon, I want to hear that sound effect to know I did something. So hopefully in the game, the physics of, say I do a vertical suplex to somebody and a steel chair is on the other side and they land on the chair, part of their back hit the chair, I want to hear the chair, the consequence of taking that move. I think I said this in the last video referencing it, but I just want to come back to it. That sound effect, that matters. Like No Mercy, for example, you slam somebody on the steps or on the chair, you hear the sound of the object being affected by the move. That's cool. But anyway, I think they'll work on those things. Like I said, slow moves down by 0.5. I want to see more ring having cause and effect on moves being hit, especially top rope moves like that one winged angel off the second rope. And those are the two big things, honestly, for me. Other than that, I like the trailer. It's a thumbs up trailer from your boy. And anything else that comes out about the game, I'll probably do a little video on it. Hopefully we get more information on that season mode, that career mode. The season mode, the career mode, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully titles will be defended in exhibition on this game. I keep saying it. Please put that in the game, please. It was in No Mercy. And gives it replayability to me. But anyway, things like that. The creative wrestler. Hopefully there's more things that come out about this. And I think we'll have a winner on our hands. So far, I like what I see. Fight Fair was a thumbs up for me so far on the gameplay, which is the most important part of a wrestling game. The gameplay. Aesthetics is second. I want to see, does it play? It's a wrestling game. But anyway. Shout out to THQ and Youth getting back together to make this happen. And everybody in that process. It's boy TAEFRESH. More videos. More of me talking. It's now time for me to speak. Everybody else been doing their talking. It's time for me to say something. So stay fresh from TAEFRESH. And peace.